They move from right to left here in the second half in the maroon uniforms, the Colonels of EKU. Paul Jackson with it for EKU, the sophomore out of Georgia. And there is Jarrell Rochelle. Came in today, 35th in the NCAA in scoring, but he came up short. He'll stay with Eastern Kentucky.
Well, let's see what adjustments both teams make. How are they going to attack offensively? Are the Cougars going to do anything on defense, especially with Mayo inside?
Here's Javante Hawkins with the spin, and he couldn't finish. Now the Cougars with their first opportunity here in the second half.
And we talked about pace early on, Joe, and I think this score at halftime favors the Cougars. Right in the 30s, on pace for 60, 65. That's where they want to play the game.
CJ Carr, kick out. Anderson missed it short. The rebound is knocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Cougars. Carlos Anderson has 7 so far in this one. Eslick from the inbounds, got the 3.
Well, we saw plenty of that on Thursday night. If you're a Cougar fan, you're wondering, can he match that first half performance today in the second half, get them going.
14 for Barack Eslick. Cougars back up 2. Hawkins on the drive. We had a blocked shot. Here's Eslick, look at him.
That deep corner is a tough spot to inbounds. Eslick comes hard, catch, that's a quick release, good 3.
Of course, our replay brought to you by Runwell at 100 East Vandalia Street in Edwardsville, and a proud sponsor of Cougar Athletics. So you see Eslick right at his average for the year. Hawkins going to the free throw line for EKU, and he couldn't get that one to stay down. 2 of 6 from the field, and he's just 2 of 4 from the free throw line thus far. Make it 3 of 5. EKU pulls within 1. Well, this series all time is 4-3 in favor of EKU, but Anderson finishes.
Great backdoor play, pass from Carr, and the finish. When the defense gets extended, that's always a great move. The backdoor, good, strong, 2-hand finish.
I was going to say EKU has not won here since 2011, and they turn it over again. Carr leading the charge, and he'll retreat on the left wing. Right back in the corner. Carr, step back 3, just short. Anderson hauls in the rebound. And now we have to foul, I believe. Well, here is your assist of the game, and it's brought to you by Crystal Garden Banquet and Event Center.
Great look by Carr here. Defender just turns his head just for a second, and that's enough for Anderson to go back door for the flush.
CJ Carr with 3 assists. Kick in the corner. McGlone didn't take it. Hawkins looking for the pull-up. Now he'll pull it back. Cougars forcing EKU farther out. Here's Mayo spinning. And he couldn't get it to go down. He drew a foul, and that's number 4 if it's against Henry.
It's so tough as a defender. He's in, as you'll see here, he's in really good position. He's squared up. He just reaches just slightly down towards the ball, and the refs will get you, even though it was just a fraction that he lowered his arms. Especially knowing you have 3 fouls and you have to be careful against a really good offensive player. That's a tough spot.
So Jalen Henry will come out. So does Keenan Simmons. Meanwhile, Mayo has another free throw coming. 18 now for the freshman, Nick Mayo. He is coming off a career best 23 with a foul on the rebound. Hawkins whistled for that foul for EKU. 3rd foul of the day against Hawkins.
start the second half here, a lot of these rebounds have been really toughly contested. You got guys equal in size. Sometimes it's just about the dog going to get that ball.
Cougars with a 26-19 edge on the glass thus far. CJ Carr tried the entry pass. It was kicked away. Anderson will trigger now from the sideline. CJ Carr looking for a screen, gets it from Chandler. Anderson catches on the right side, trying to get baseline. Carlos Anderson just fighting for 2 points.
Really strong move on the baseline. Rochelle was in good position on defense, but Anderson just kind of muscled his way to the basket for 2.
Double figures for Anderson. Hawkins driving. Well, the Cougars in good position for the start of this second half. Macanjula underneath the reverse. Largest lead of the game for the Cougars at 6 points, 40-34.
And Macanjula was so deep in the paint there. Hard for Eastern Kentucky to do anything but give up the bucket.
McClone was stripped. He has to kick it out. Hawkins traveled. You can feel the energy in this building.
See Anderson, tough drive here on the baseline, uses his strength, powers up. And again here, look at that catch where he is. He's only 2 feet away. He earned that basket before he caught the ball.
It's a 6-point lead, and the Cougars have the ball back. CJ Carr across the timeline for the Cougars. Macanjula way out on the perimeter again. Now it's Anderson. Carr from the corner. Got it! CJ Carr with the big 3-point basket, and now the lead is 9.
Eastern Kentucky choosing to play through this run instead of taking a timeout.
Jackson was losing his footing over there, and they're going to get Macanjula for a foul.
Fortunate to get that foul.
Hard to imagine how he didn't travel prior to the foul, but
a little out of control. I hate to see the referees bail out a player when he's out of control.
So Macanjula will check out with 3 fouls. 4th of the half against the Cougars. Mayo to the hole and draws the foul. Mayo now over 20.
And if you watch Grant close out on that, his feet are wrong, and he gives Mayo his right hand. When he went out to challenge him, he just gave him a lane to drive right, go up, get the bucket, and one. Those are those little scouting report things you got to know.
So now he is over 20 with 21. Nick Mayo trimming the Cougar lead. Back to 6. Carr guarded by Jackson. Rochelle out on him now. Fiorentino's mid-post right side. How about Carr again? Couldn't get that one to go. Good rebound though. Mike Chandler with a big offensive board. Eslick now running the point for the Cougars. They double up Barak. Anderson straight away. Fiorentino's trying to get through the lane. And a travel. The Cougars will turn it over. SIUE with the 6-point lead. It was CJ Carr that gave them a 9-point lead not too long ago. Cougars on top in a close one.